We went to the same school together in a place called Teignmouth, which is about 20 miles from Exeter on the coast. Yeah, everyone started getting in bands around the age of sort of 13, 14 and that. Not sure why, I suppose, because there wasn't really much else to do, I think, for young kids. And I ended up getting in a band with Dom when I was about 14, and Chris was in another band. And then we all ended up getting together about the age of 16 and decided just to do our own songs, because when we were about 14 we were doing sort of covers and that, you know. And we just kind of stuck with it pretty much from then on, really.
We reached a point where we could have possibly all split off around the country and gone off and done different things, but we really wanted to continue with the band, and we believed in it so much that we just continued and put a lot of time into it, and just ended up doing local gigs wherever we could, you know, playing as much as we could, whenever we could, in any venue we could, you know, and often that was to One Man and His Dog and that kind of vibe, you know. But I'm sure the last few tours we've done, we've always started off in Devon first, and the first gig of the tour is always the crappiest. Because it's always, you know, a bit loose. It's the first gig, you haven't really kind of got into the swing of things. So it's kind of nice that we're finishing up here, because I know the whole show and the whole thing's a bit more together than it is when we first start the tour. It's, you know, we haven't played in Exeter for a while. I think last time we played in Plymouth, so it's nice to come back here. And we used to play down places like the Cavern many times before we got signed or anything. So it's, you know, it's nice to come back in this particular town and play.
The first song we're playing tonight is actually the first song for our album, and it's called Apocalypse Please, and it's kind of, it's a little bit of a theatrical element. It's kind of singing about religious fanaticism, and I'm kind of singing from this point of view of some religious fanatic who wants, you know, God to come down and kind of wipe everyone out or something like that. It's a bit weird, I don't really get it, but it feels good. It feels good when I'm singing it, that's the only thing I can say. We've got songs that are almost theatrical-based lyrics that are not almost in character, where I'm completely, you know, it's like pantomime almost. And then you've got songs which are much more serious, much more earnest, you know. And you've got, I think there's a few more mellow tracks, some very personal songs that really have a lot of personal meaning to me in my personal life, which I think it's good to have that kind of dynamic throughout the whole gig. As having moments where everyone's like, you're all embracing the crowd and like trying to make everyone go for it in some kind of way, and then the next minute you're kind of much more introverted and doing something a bit more personal. So.
Hysteria, I think it's going to kind of pick things up. It's kind of rocks out a bit more than the first track, you know, and it's got a big fat bass line at the start, big kind of electronic, fat, very fast bass line with kind of industrial dance feel about it as well, but it rocks. And it's kind of a song about wanting something that you can't really have, you know. It's kind of like a simple song in some ways.
Yeah.
I think when we play live, we're interested in showing like dynamics and contrast in between moods and emotions, and not just showing one particular thing from start to finish. I think we try and move across a whole range of things that I think we all feel in our everyday life. I don't think every person just feels one thing every day, you know, or every year or whatever. I think obviously in the process of writing an album, you conjure up lots of different moods and ideas that you've had throughout, I suppose about the space of a year or something, that get put into an album. So I think live, we sort of, yeah, we try and put all those different vibes across. We're going to play a song called Newborn, yeah, which is off our last album. I think, yeah, and that's kind of, that was when we first discovered the big riff, I think that's what, that song, I was kind of writing this kind of twinkly kind of piano thing that sounded a little bit like something out of Edward Scissorhands or something, and it's kind of, I thought the whole song was going to be like that, but halfway through I got bored and just pulled out the guitar and played a big riff, and that's kind of what that song is, really. Yeah.